Hey friends, so it is Saturday, November 14th. I am almost done with my program here at Sarasota, and I have an inadvertent day off because the children's opera is happening today called Brundabar. So I will be seeing that later on today after I soak this in. Little beach day. But I wanted to just kind of talk about something that's been on my mind for most of this program and just in general that I feel like I'm kind of ready to say on camera. In the last couple of years, I just graduated from my master's in vocal performance, and this was kind of something I learned there, but the only way to be successful and to be happy, I have learned, is to place the responsibility and the reward in yourself. So, for example, that if I'm going to be successful, I can't blame other people for my failures. I have to accept the responsibility that I wasn't prepared, or that, it wasn't right for me, and that, my next opportunity I will work harder for and achieve later. But I also receive the pride and the reward internally when I do succeed, that it was my responsibility, that I got there, and that I received that recognition or that achievement because I put the work in. So it brings a harsher reaction internally towards failures, but it equally rewards you even more when you succeed, because it was all because of you. You did not blame other people for not getting there, but at the same time, your hard work is what pays off in the end. That being said, that also kind of applies to the way I view happiness most of the time, because I can't, as kind of a flip-flop in, extrovert and introvert, I'm kind of both. My introverted side doesn't need to really rely heavily necessarily on my social life or other people, with the exception of my very closest, boyfriend and family and things. That obviously that's very connected to my happiness, but I don't need to be happy, or I don't need to be engaged in social activities to be happy. That being said, this program has been very, very hard for me. And not just because it's this program, but any program as an opera singer where it's kind of a temporary little blip in your life. It's challenging to make friends in a way that's real and grounded in a thing that's true to yourself, rather than just making friends temporarily to pass the time. And I used to be very good at making temporary friends, making friends that, I can hang out with and joke around with, and it just not mean, the world if we just didn't keep talking after the end of whatever it was. But now friendships mean a very different thing to me, and I invest in the ones that I choose. So that makes it hard when I know that there's an end date. It's kind of like a camp, like you want to make friends with people, but you're going to have to say goodbye at the end, and who knows when the next time you'll see them, and they live all over the country and stuff like that. So this has been a really challenging program for me because I feel very different than my peers. I feel like the fact that I came in with a business that takes up some time, other than singing, I'm not just there to sing, I'm there to sing, and I have my business to run. So that, in addition to having a steady relationship, kind of separates me from people. Just generally my lifestyle of what I eat and stuff seems to be kind of a dividing barrier. There are just a lot of factors I can think of that differentiate me from other people, which of course everybody here is a unique individual and we're all very different in different ways, but I feel like it has not just made me different but also kind of isolated me, because I haven't felt included in a sense of community, really. When we're on stage and performing, I do, and I really enjoy working with the people that I do. But as far as making friends, this has been a challenge because I have felt waves, kind of a roller coaster of unhappiness here, that I recognize is connected to the fact that I haven't felt socially connected to people. I've interacted with people and had very pleasant conversations and hung out with them and gotten a drink with them and all of that, but I don't feel like I'm part of them. So that sense of belonging somewhere is missing, which has affected my level of happiness. So I just kind of wanted to muse about it to you guys because I have been consciously working on remembering that my happiness doesn't have to come from other people, especially not colleagues. I mean, not to knock colleagues at all, but no one in their normal lives places their happiness on the relationship they have with their colleagues. Yes, it plays a part of it, but it's not as essential as other relationships that you have in your life. When you work at an office and you come home and that's your home and it's completely a different world. Here, the worlds are enmeshed, so it kind of feels like how I am bonding with my colleagues equals how my friend and social life is going, and then that affects my happiness, when in reality that's just really not a healthy way to go about it. So this is all to say that I am remembering who I am, and I'm remembering that I have people who love and adore me, and that I have close friends who are there for me at a phone call away. They may not be close by or be able to hop on a plane immediately, but they would pick up the phone and hear me cry into it for 3 hours in the middle of the night. I'm positive of it. So remembering that I'm enough and that I'm worthy, and that this program and the way that I have friends here isn't my happiness. It makes the time go by faster, but it doesn't take away or add necessarily anything that I didn't already have inside myself. So I hope that means something to one of you out there, that if you're feeling like you don't belong in a community at school or at a workplace or something, that those relationships that you have there, you should respect, but not place your self-worth and happiness on. Your happiness needs to come from working on yourself and being happy and with yourself and loving yourself for what you're getting out of every day and your life and your ambitions and your dreams. That should be your sense of fulfillment and happiness, not oh, this person didn't ask me to get a drink with them and she asked this person, just not the daily crap. Just focus on what's important, and let Matt always tells me, water off a duck's back. That's a phrase that he has just kind of said over and over again in my life, because I take a lot of things very seriously when I don't need to. And water off a duck's back, just don't sweat the small stuff. If someone doesn't include you in a group, or a group of people don't include you in a group, they're not lifelong friends, and you're gonna have many, many more days without them where you are just absolutely fulfilled by the people you're around and the mission you're pursuing, and the things you learn and the people you love. All of those things will fulfill you much beyond the scale that this person has disappointed you or these people have disappointed you. So just thought I'd share that with you. It's not necessarily a huge revelation, it's just something that we all have to remind ourselves of, that the little stuff and the temporary dramas that fill our lives that kind of rock the boat don't have to tip you over. So I'm sticking with the boat metaphor since I'm sitting here staring at an ocean. Alright. Thanks for listening. I'll see you later.